Embarking on a journey to teach overseas will be one of the most challenging, exciting, and rewarding experiences of your life. Having spent 2 years in Japan, teaching in 2 high schools just outside of Kyoto, Japan, I can remember my initial motivation for signing up to teach overseas. I had just finished a post-bachelor certificate to teach in Ontario, but knowing the difficulties of the market for teaching positions in Ontario, I decided to go overseas. This motivation, I thought, would provide me with experience that could have a bigger impact on any application I had when returning to Canada. Initially, my motivation for going overseas was a short-term means for a long-term goal. When preparing for this experience, my initial expectations were developed by things I had heard from friends who had taught overseas. Teaching English in Asia makes it easy to travel within many countries to experience different cultures. It provides financial rewards which allow for bill and loan repayment back in North America, and is a unique way to experience international culture firsthand. While those initial expectations are realities, it was the aspects of international living that I did not expect which stand out in my mind and truly make the experience a life-changing one. Personally, I was shocked at how involved the students wanted me to be in their lives. I was invited to join extracurricular clubs, participate in festivals, and even attend different classes, including cultural history classes, where students taught me about different aspects of Japanese culture. Sitting in that cultural history class, I sat with one of my students who had always shied away when I asked her questions in English class. But on this day, in this different environment, she opened up and spoke passionately about why hanami, or the practice of viewing spring cherry blossoms, was such an important tradition in Japanese life. The passion within the voice of this shy, timid girl is something I will remember forever. The biggest impact I find is the friendships and cross-cultural understanding that cannot be provided by any position found domestically. Over my years abroad, I was able to see a true, measurable impact on my students' lives and abilities. The second autumn I was in Japan, I agreed to assist 2 students as they prepared for a prefecture-wide English speech competition. Even though this required extra time at school, working with these students on pacing, pronunciation, and voice inflection, the smile on their faces when they both finished in the top 10 of the entire prefecture made the time put in worth it. During my time, and since then, students I have taught have pursued post-secondary education in English, student exchanges to English-speaking countries, and other great experiences that would not have been available to them without English education. Furthermore, as I taught with a number of native Japanese teachers, I forged friendships with these colleagues that continue to have an impact on my life even after my return home. I have been asked many times since my return if I would ever consider returning. Without hesitation, my answer is always yes. The opportunity to teach overseas is a unique way to experience cultures, positively impact lives, and encounter life-changing events. With so many countries and cultures to visit and experience, it is never a question of if I will teach overseas again, but when and where. As you prepare for your own international adventure, the biggest tip of advice I can offer you is to keep an open mind, always try everything at least once, and to smile. You're going to run into frustrations while living internationally, but as long as you can smile, you will remember the opportunity and the advantages you have by living abroad. My final bit of advice would be for you to take advantage of your graduate placement service. The graduate placement service is here to help you prepare your application documents, put you in contact with secure, reliable schools overseas, peruse and offer feedback to any contract that you may be extended, act as a resource for any questions that you may have, and also act on your behalf as an advocate as soon as you've arrived in your destination country. Please put our expertise to use to help you find your challenging, rewarding experience overseas.